Hi, Moomay here. I'll try to make this short. I wanted to tell you what happened at 6 o'clock this morning. I texted my son, 26-year-old Joey, to tell him not to bother me anymore. Not to get prescription drugs off me, not to ask for them, to leave me the fuck alone. He then called me a fucking cunt, told me to take his number out of his book and never come to his house again. Which is fine with me. After watching his brats, 3 of them, the first one's not even his, not adopted, not a foster child, nothing. He's just there. And watched the kids for 12 hours a day, fed them breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, and dinner. Sometimes Jessie, the wife, provided it, but most times it was never provided. We had to, or they wouldn't have eaten. They were always eating. So the police came because Jessie came over when I wouldn't talk to her. I talked to her and told her she was stealing my prescription drugs and to go fuck herself. She was a fucking liar and a no good rotten motherfucker. And hung up on her and took the phones off the hook so she couldn't call again. So she came running over here. Alan let her in. She proceeded to start a fight with me, started pounding on me, slapped me, punched me, pushed me into the wood door and onto the floor where I smashed my head on the floor. And didn't say a word. And she said, "You even talk to me again, I'll do it again." Then Alan got involved. He held on. He's strong. He was a soccer player, and he's like, Jessie's like 5'8" and weighs 200 pounds. I'm 5'2" and weigh 100, 110, something like that. So she overpowered me. Alan's 175 pounds, is stocky, is built, and was a soccer player, and is a soccer player, and was a famous soccer player in Switzerland years ago, and can play soccer and kick a ball like nobody's business. He proceeded to grab me by the forearms, which are going to bruise, slap the shit out of me, kicked me. I tried to kick him in the balls, I couldn't reach him, pushed me backwards down the hallway, into the wood door. I slid onto the floor and smashed my head again on the floor. Then he just held me by the forearms so tight I couldn't move. And he tread on my feet so real hard so I couldn't move them either. Well, the police finally came at 6:30. He was an arrogant prick. The one guy was quiet. He said, "Don't let that dog near me or touch me." Alan said, "I don't care. He has to sniff you." And Alan let him go over and touch him and sniff him. And the cop was not happy about it. He was really pissed off. But he didn't say anything. He just stood there at the door. The other policemen, I was waiting in the kitchen to hear their version of the story, which I knew was going to be a fucking lie. Alan told them I took too many allergy pills. And they said, oh, they've been to this house before and had to take me to a psych ward for depression. They know what's going on. Then the cop turned around to me and said, which I didn't say a fucking word. I was only listening. He said, "Shut up and get in the other room or I'm going to arrest you right on the spot for harassment. You're harassing me." I didn't fucking say a word. So I called around. I went to district court. I filed a complaint against the officer. I filed charges against Alan, Jessie, and Joey. Alan for domestic abuse and hitting me, punching me, and pushing me, and slapping me, and hurting me. Jesse for doing the same and stealing my medications, my prescription drugs, which I need for the migraines and the pain in my throat, which I have a fungus. And Joey for carrying a gun illegally all the time, has a gun collection, has weed in the house, has perk 15s in the house that they stole from me, and takes them and is constantly like, hi. So now I'm on my way back to Falls Township to file the report against the officer and see what the sergeant has to say. When I did call the police station at 8 o'clock, this is 2 hours later I called. Grumpy man happened to answer the phone and said, if you call again, I'm going to come over and arrest you personally myself on the spot for harassment. And slammed the phone in my ear. So I just had to go over, practically break my hand trying to write 5 double-sided pages of all that shit down for the district court to hear. It's getting sent to the DA's office today, and they told me I have to go over and see the sergeant at Falls Township Police Station, which I'm going to do right now. I just figured I would take a breather, smoke a cigarette, which I need badly. Then go over to the police station. So it was a real fucking thrill of a morning. Yesterday everything was fucking fine because he had perk 15s and was high as a fucking kite. I have all his texts. He probably has mine too, and I don't give a shit. And first thing Jesse says, you'll never see my kids again. I said, I knew you would do that to me. I knew it. I said, you've been doing this to me for 10 fucking years. And stealing from me and harassing me. And taking advantage of me. And I knew if I said a word, you would withhold my grandsons. So she is. She said I'll never see them again. So I guess I'll never see them again. But right now, I don't give a flying fuck. Because I don't want to see them again. I had enough of them. And they expected us to watch them starting June tomorrow. 12 hours a day. Feed them breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, our money, take care of them, buy them stuff, buy them arts and crafts, let them use our water and our pool, our tiny little pool, and just babysit them for fucking free while she's making a fortune waitressing under the table and he's making 50 grand a year working at a trucking place. So please drop a comment in the box. Let me know what you think of this situation. I talked to someone about it from YouTube who's a good friend of mine this morning. And after I told him this story, he listened very carefully. And he totally agreed with me that I was right. And that he couldn't believe Alan did that. And I couldn't either. And he wasn't surprised Jesse and Joey did it at all, because I've been complaining about that to him for years. So, it's long enough. Bye.